Hey folks, how you doing? This is the Wayne Esper Show podcast, right here for the 16th of June, 2015. Let me ask you a question right up front here. Here we are, we're looking around, we're seeing this whole thing politically, this whole political theater playing out in front of us as a, like a stage show. We see the Hollywood elites jump on the bandwagon of President Obama's cure for the cause, which is patriotism and, he jumps on all of us patriots and then tells us that it's, let's just put it this way. He's telling us it's raining when he's actually pissing on all of us. So my question is, if you were in a position to direct the patriotic narrative, if you were in a position to direct the patriotic narrative, what would you say to this current administration? What would you say? Is there anything that you could put your finger on? Excuse me. Is there anything that you can put your finger on that would help you identify the very cause of this huge debacle we call the Obama administration? Could you put your finger on just one thing and say that's the problem? Chances are no, but to ask you another question, what would you do once you found out what that one problem is that has caused all of the problems after that? What would you do? Now everybody got caught up in the hype of, he's the first black president, and he's this and he's that, and people were talking about Hillary Clinton back in 2008 about, running as president, be the first woman president, blah, de, blah, de, blah, de, blah. Have you noticed the pictures of former President George Bush, George W., and Mr. William Jefferson Clinton at the White House walking behind Mr. Obama? Have you seen those pictures? Can you just interpret those pictures for what they are, or are you going to slide in your own, little thoughts about, that picture means this and means that? Well, it means different things to different people. But the question still remains, what are you going to do about it, basically? What are you going to do about all of it? Well, you can't change it all, so you got to start somewhere, right? So what are you going to do? Going to sit there watching this political theater play out in front of you? Or are you going to walk out? You're going to make something happen? You're going to stir something up? That's completely up to you. But that's a good question, isn't it? Good concepts to think about, right? After the break, when I come back, we'll get into some of the news. American Liberty Radio Network on Facebook. American Liberty Radio on Facebook. AmericanLibertyRadio.com. You can email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. I'll be back right after this.
The Grand Adventure.
Yeah.
From the directorial debut of Brian James Griffo, two brothers faced with a rare genetic disease that causes blindness decide to take a journey of a lifetime and answer the question, What would you see if you knew you were going to go blind?
It honestly makes me feel so small and like whatever problems I have are nothing.
What would you do?
You're supposed to smell it first.
Who would you meet?
This is an opportunity for us to connect with people.
Oh, I haven't seen you forever.
In a groundbreaking documentary that cuts to the heart of what it means to be a brother.
It blows my mind that 100 years ago, this is how people would have done this trip that we're doing. Yep.
And gain a world of vision while losing eyesight. Come along to be inspired and reminded of the very meaning of life through a 12,000-mile road trip. Driving Blind. Coming soon.
Coming to America.
The reality underneath the honesty. Listen to Brian Lang over at Live Truth Radio. Go to livetruthradio.com for more information. Hey folks, how you doing? This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast right here on the American Liberty Radio Network, AmericanLibertyRadio.com, American Liberty Radio at USA.com. That would be the website and the email respectively. AmericanLibertyRadio.com, American Liberty Radio at USA.com. How y'all doing today on the 16th of June, 2015? Things are changing, folks. Give you a clue. In a few months, I'll be broadcasting from a different FEMA region. Just saying. I think you can get the clue from that one. Facts are facts, folks. There ain't nothing that escapes me. Some people say I don't pay attention. Some people say that, that I don't listen. Some people say that I have problems. Coffee, folks, solves all the problems in the world. Well, sort of. I don't. And let me point something out. I put something on my page today on Facebook that I want to specifically read to you because I want you to know, because there's no question at all as to my background. I'm a white heterosexual male who enjoys life, who enjoys baseball, likes to watch football sometimes, likes wrestling. I can go down the whole 9 yards. I've got a theater background. I've spent a lot of time in theater. I've spent a lot of time playing music and all this. Let me tell you something. Nothing escapes me. I have various interests, and they range from one end of the spectrum to the other. But one thing that stands out that a lot of people try to catch me in and try to suck me into this arena that they, are sitting in to try to trap me, basically, is this subject of race. Color of your skin, all of that, right? Have you been accused of racism? Because I have. Let me read this to you. And this actually is in my family. Okay? We all have families. We have brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles. We have family, don't we? This is my family. Okay? This is what I wrote on Facebook. I want to say this. I say, stop the illegal aliens from crossing the border. Now, you might think I'm racist. I'm not. I have family members who are of Mexican descent. I have family members who are of Native American descent. I have family members who are of Irish descent. I have family members who are Jewish. My mom was German Jew. I have family members who are Italian, and I have family members who are German. People who claim I'm racist are the ones with the problem. So anybody that claims I'm racist, that, oh, well, you just want to stop all the illegal aliens and they're coming from a nasty country and they're trying to make a better life for themselves, blah, blah, blah. I understand that. But we have to understand something else. They have to do it legally. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on just a minute. Just hold on to your horses. Thank you very much. Hold on to your freaking horses. Let me tell you this. In 2005, Mr. President George W. Bush, his brother is running for president, Jeb Bush. Don't vote for him, please. Thank you. George W. Bush signed a little document called the SPP, the what was it? Let me go give you the actual name of this. You can look this up yourself, by the way, but I'm going to do it for you today, and because I feel it is necessary. Securities something. Oh, God. See, now you got me all flustered. I can't. Oh, I just don't know. Oh, man. Thank goodness for Google. I want to point something out first before I say this. I want to make sure that you understand how all of this is transpiring in front of us. It's transpiring in front of us by the illegal activities of the criminal elements of Washington, D.C. Just wanted to point that out to you, okay? And this is to other countries who listen to this show as well. We are the most corrupt country in the world now. We are a third world nation on the brink of becoming one. We are a police state, according to RT, okay? According to other international news organizations, okay? So I just wanted to point that out. In 2005, President George W. Bush signed this little document with the then Prime Minister of Canada and the then President of Mexico called the Security and Prosperity Partnership of North America, SPP. Okay? Just wanted to point that out to you. That's been in the news recently. Now we have, in 2009... we had a President Obama with then Prime Minister of Canada and then President of Mexico really advance that document to another level. In 2011, they did it again. Folks, we don't live in the United States of America anymore. We live in the North American Union. And don't say it's a conspiracy theory because you look like an idiot when you do. Go look this stuff up. A little side note. At the end of last year, I said I wasn't going to pull any punches, and I'm not going to pull any punches. If you're an idiot, you're an idiot. What am I going to do? Apologize for that? Point is that we got to the point in this regime at this level presently in 2015 by allowing this regime to do what they do. Hence the question at the beginning of the show, what are you going to do about this? have this idea that we have this idea that at some point things are going to change. At some point things are going to be different. Why? Because we feel that if we vote someone else into office, they're going to upend everything that was done before. Not so fast. It's never going to happen. This past weekend, the Bilderberg Group met in Austria, and they have someone in mind to take over the seat at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., the corporate head office of the United States of America, Incorporated. They have someone in mind, but they're allowing all the other players onto the field because they think that, well, they're giving us some semblance of choice, which of course we know we don't have. They're telling us, oh yeah, we'll give you choices. Yeah, right. What do you want? What do you want? What choice do you have? It's like a minor flu or the bubonic plague. Which one do you like? You know? I'm just saying. This is the kind of choices we have. All right? They got their person already picked out. Don't even think about Ted Cruz. Don't even think about Mike Lee or Mike Huckabee or Rand Paul or any of. No, please don't. The Bilderberg Group already has their person picked out, and now let me say this: I could be wrong, and I hope I am. They got their person picked out, and their person is Hillary Clinton. Now, because they have her picked out, they had to get an opposition for her. Well, guess who? You got it. Jeb Bush. It's a Bush and Clinton fight again. And so what they're going to do is they're going to pit these two with others. They're going to pit these two against each other. And they're going to have other players in this theatrical, presentation say some very nice words, trying to get everybody on the same page. Doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. It doesn't matter at all. They're going to try to get people, well, on the same page. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because we, the people, know exactly what's going on. We understand who the players are. We understand who funds them. We understand how this thing is all playing out. And we understand that they're being paid by this, both groups are being paid by the same people. So it doesn't really matter. Point being is, your votes don't count. It's already rigged, folks. It's already rigged. After the break, I'll tell you a few more things. All right? Yeah, sit tight. Hang out. Be cool. Grab your cup of coffee. Let's talk about this. AmericanLibertyRadio.com is the website. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com is the email address. Talk to you in a bit. What we see is not always the truth. Lies, deceit, cover-ups. This is the world we live in. This is not reality. This is Distorted Reality. Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook. This is the American Liberty Radio Network. Go to AmericanLibertyRadio.com and email us at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. When the coffee is done, sit down and have a cup and listen to the best independent music station on the web. Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Tom Slick delivers all the independent hits and talks about new music from all of your favorite artists. Listen to Tom Slick on The Morning Brew, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, only on Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. For more information, go to radiorocktheblitz.blogspot.com. The reality underneath the honesty. Listen to Brian Lang over at Live Truth Radio. Go to livetruthradio.com for more information. Hey folks, how you doing? A little longer intro there, sorry. You know, you get to doing stuff and you're going, oh, I gotta get back on here, oh my god. And anyway, yeah, luckily, this is a podcast, so yeah, I ain't got ways around that. But anyway, let's go to some articles, shall we? This is a short segment, so at the bottom of the hour, I'll take a break. Let's go to American Liberty Radio Network on Facebook, American Liberty Radio Network on Facebook. And let me tell you, from the rundownlive.com website, the Rundown Live, that's what it is, the Rundown Live website. Bilderberg's plan to disarm Americans and repeal the Second Amendment. It's written by the Rundown Live crew over there. Now, hopefully this video doesn't start by itself. Good, it didn't. Bilderberg's plan, as soon as this pop-up goes away, Bilderberg's plan to disarm Americans and repeal the Second Amendment. Mark Dice is a media analyst and author who reveals the effects of our... damn. Yeah, for some reason it's just, let's just do that. If you want to listen to that stupid video and ad and all that bull crap, then you go to that website. The rundownlive.com website. It's on the American Liberty Radio Network on Facebook. Check it out. Let me ask some of you computer gurus out there about this. Some of you coders out there, you know who you are. Can you develop an operating system, not just a browser, but a browser and operating system, that would immediately and emphatically cut off all ads at all and turn off all the video ads immediately when you go to the website? Can you develop and code a operating system and a web browser that when you go to a website that has, a video that starts automatically, can you just block all of that? You computer coders out there know how to do that because you people are a lot better at it than I am. So, but anyway, Next, LibertyNews.com. Water park stands with Islam, bans bikinis in favor of quote-unquote Islamically appropriate swimwear. What are they going to do? Ban the swimsuit model, the swimsuit competition in the Miss Universe pageant? I'm done. I want all Muslims out of this country now. If you don't plan on leaving on your own, we the people of the United States, with over 300 million people here and over 80 million guns, will make you leave. You don't like it? I don't care. There's millions more of us than there are of you. Okay? But let me reiterate something for all of you listening to that. Not all Catholics are bad. Not all Protestants are bad. Not all Muslims are bad. Not all Jewish people are bad. Not all, Scientologists are bad. But you've got a bad bunch in your lot, and you are responsible for them. Get the clue? It's time you start doing some spring cleaning in your groups. Okay? I looked at a statistic last week that made me do a happy dance. I saw a statistic that showed, and you can go look this up yourself, that showed that there are more Americans that are pro Second Amendment that want people to carry guns in their neighborhoods. I was doing a happy dance for about 2 minutes when I saw that article. So what's that tell you, folks? Even the people over in England that listen to this show, even the people in the United Kingdom, the whole area, not just England, even the people in Australia that listen to this show, you've got an obligation and a duty to rebel against tyrannical leadership. If you don't have the heart to do it, you're lost. And don't give me this crap that you're going to sit there and pray yourself out of this. Hey, Christians, you're the most intolerant people on the face of the planet, besides the radical Muslim jihadists. Yes, I put you in the same category. What are you going to do about it? One's good, one's bad. Yeah, we understand that. But do you want your brothers and sisters over in other countries getting beheaded because of the stupid crap that the U.S. government is pulling? By the way, did you know that the CIA and the federal government have funded and operated and formed all these terrorist groups throughout the years? Did you know that, Mr. and Mrs. Christian, in your wonderful mega church? Did you understand this? I don't want to hear it because I don't want it ruining my day. Listen up, Cupcake. Your day is already ruined. Either get the freaking clue and understand it and accept it and move on from there and do something about it, or those Muslim jihadists that the government is funding are going to come into your massive mega church of 10,000 people, and guess what they're going to do? You can only imagine. I'm going to go to break. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Go to the website at AmericanLibertyRadio.com. AmericanLibertyRadio at USA.com is the email address. Let me know what you think. Be back right after this. The reality underneath the honesty. LiveTruthRadio.com. the only choice for all your independent hits on the internet. Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Go to RadioRockTheBlitz.blogspot.com. Are you a voice actor? Would you like to perform on radio plays? Send your audition clips to Eastland Radio Theater. Scripts are available. Send your information to Eastland Radio Theater at USA.com. Get prepared. Get your emergency food supply today. Go to ALR Network Survival Store at AmericanLibertyRadio.com and click on ALR Survival Store. This is Wayne S. Pierce. Come join me on American Liberty Radio Live, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Hey folks, how you doing? Another short segment here. Want to get right into it. Let me tell you something. I just want to lay this out here. I'm not trying to separate anybody. I'm not trying to divide and conquer. That's the government's job. And they're doing it quite well, as a matter of fact. I'm just giving you information that I hope I encourage you to go look up and examine for yourself. That's number one. Number two, I'm trying to bring people together who are of like minds and want to do something to take our country back. Oh yeah, I said it. Take our country back. All right? So that's all I'm trying to do. All right? So those in other countries better understand one very important thing. You're not in control. Your votes don't count. Much like here in the U.S. So you better figure out what you're going to do. You better find a way to do it, and you better find a way to kick out the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the bankers and all of that. Oh, let me give you an example. Ever heard of the country of Iceland? They jailed all of their bankers. They kicked a lot of people out of their country, and guess what? They're doing much, much better. Yes, because they kicked out all the most of the bankers and arrested the rest of them and threw them in prison. Huh. Kind of makes you wonder what you can do in your country, eh? For all my Canadian friends, you better think about two very important things. First, you're under a monarchy. Yeah, the Queen can come over there and tell Stephen Harper, shut it down. Oh, let me tell you some of the, let me talk to some of the people in Mexico right now. Peña, your president? Yeah, he's as corrupt as the day is long. So you better think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. I'm just saying. The citizens deserve to be free and liberated from a tyrannical system, period. What do you think we did in 1773, 74, 75, which culminated in the War of Independence in 1776 that got us away from the British monarchy? Oh, wait a minute. In 1891, was it? 1871. 1871. The Act of 1871. Guess who sold their soul back to the people they separated from? Yes, the United States of America. We now have, it is not the nation our founding fathers created. We now have the United States of America Incorporated. Guess where our taxes go, folks? Yes, we shouldn't have taxes. They're illegal and they are theft. The federal government is stealing every single dime that we have, and they're looking for more. And if they could and get away with it, they would tax us at 100%. So nothing that we make is ever going to go into our pockets. Guess what? That's exactly what they want. And guess what? 1913, the Federal Reserve Act and the Internal Revenue Act became law under a socialist president by the name of Woodrow Wilson. Guess where our taxes go, folks? Right into the Queen's pocket. Oh yeah, her cousin Queen Beatrix of Belgium and her, Queen Elizabeth, own a lot. Oil companies, you name it. Oh, and don't give me this, they don't own anything. It comes from the taxes of the people of England and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that too. People, entertainers, popular entertainers, the ones like here in the U.S., who are over in Britain. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they are taxed upward to at least 80 to 90%. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I might be totally off on that. That's why British actors move over here, because they're taxed too much over there. Okay? So let me know. But we need to do something about this corrupt system. We need to do something. Okay? Doesn't seem like too many people in the United States of America want to do anything. They're too busy sitting on their ass getting free stuff. Then we have patriots who slam the keyboard down and say, I've got something to say about this, those keyboard warriors. Then we have people who are saying a whole lot, but, well, it all sounds great, but aren't doing a damn thing to identify the problem or helping to solve the problem. And we have people who have been open and understanding of everything that has gone on, but closed the door on the truth. They say they're awake and aware, but they're not. They were at one point, but now they're more of status quo. They want to listen to everything. They want to see it from all sides. No, they don't. If the government came into their homes right now and raided them, yeah, because that's what the government does, they would just bow down to the feet of the New World Order and just say, don't kill me, don't take me away, I don't want to go, whatever. Because they were once aware and knew of what was going on, but did nothing to stand up against it, even though they had a family that they were concerned with. Oh, there's those people around. So how about thinking about that? I'm not out to scare anybody. I'm not a fearmonger. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Here's the information. I gave it to you in the first segment of the show. There's information out there. You just got to look for it. You got to dig for it. You got to, rip it apart and ask questions. And if you don't do that, yeah, there's the door. Have a nice day. Go wipe your feet off on the welcome mat at a FEMA camp near you. Just matter of fact, just go there now. Don't even wait till they raid your home. Just walk there with your suitcase, set it down, knock on the door and say, I'm here. Because you're going to wind up going there anyway if you don't start standing up for what you believe in and standing up for the spirit of liberty and do things to be free. You were born free. As I like to say, you were born bald and naked. You're going to die bald and naked. You were born free, and that's the way it is. I'm going to go to the last break of the show. Don't go away. I'll be back. We'll get into some more news on American Liberty Radio Network on Facebook. Go to the website at AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. What we see is not always the truth. Lies, deceit, cover-ups. This is the world we live in. This is not reality. This is distorted reality. Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook. This is the American Liberty Radio Network. Go to AmericanLibertyRadio.com and email us at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. When the coffee is done, sit down and have a cup and listen to the best independent music station on the web. Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Tom Slick delivers all the independent hits and talks about new music from all of your favorite artists. Listen to Tom Slick on The Morning Brew, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, only on Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. For more information, go to radiorocktheblitz.blogspot.com. The reality underneath the honesty. Listen to Brian Lang over at Live Truth Radio. Go to livetruthradio.com for more information. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back to the last segment of the Wayne Esper Show podcast. Welcome right here on the 16th of June, 2015. Go to AmericanLibertyRadio.com. AmericanLibertyRadio.com is the website. If you want to email me, go ahead. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Yes. Hey folks, just a little side note. If you would like some voiceover on whatever it is you need, I'm available. I'm just letting you know. You can email me, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. So, or if you don't like my voice, go check out MusicRadioCreative.com. Yeah, go check them out, man. Mike Russell and Isabella Russell over there do a fantastic job. Believe me. Just go check it out yourself. MusicRadioCreative.com. So there you go. A little something. So many things are happening. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to make this very, very clear. I'm not the only one that sees what goes on. Mr. Nick Tucker. Go to Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook. He writes on his page, Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker, on Facebook, Jeb Bush announces he's running for president. Hillary Clinton announced finally she's running. Again, with the Bushes and the Clintons. The question is, who have the elite, the masters behind the curtain, chosen as the winner? Good question. Again, the awake ones are out there. The awake ones out there post, don't vote Republican and don't vote Democrat. How about not voting at all? Your vote does not mean anything. He used an expletive there. Your votes don't mean anything anyway. If you think it does, and you're saying don't vote for this party or that party, well, you're not awake, and this page isn't for you. Bilderberg Group just wrapped up. Bohemian Grove is coming up. Jade Helm is about to kick off officially, I might add. This is what Nick Tucker at Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook says. Every person who has announced they're running are globalist tools one way or another. The TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, was voted down. Yay. Yeah, okay. They're setting up to pull a major false flag either this year or right before or after the presidential selection. I wonder where I've seen that before. We are treading very dangerously in uncharted waters. Things are about to get very seriously and deadly. Very serious and deadly. I'm not a prophet of doom or one that wants a false flag, but all one has to do is open their eyes, dissect what state-run media is saying, understand history, and you'll see it too. More to come later. If you're lucky enough to see this, please like and comment and share if you would. The truth needs to be heard. I just shared that again. So that's from Nick Tucker, Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook. Ashley Jones over at Guerrilla Media Network posted a video from the Pete Santilli Show, episode 997. Jade Helm targets condensed veteran population in Southwest. Kind of. That's something to think about, right? Facebook blocks Jade Helm gun confiscation video, Jade Helm 15. Ashley Jones put that one up as well. Go check out Ashley Jones. Go to GuerrillaMediaNetwork.com. Actually, you can also go to thePeteSantilliShow.com. Check out Ashley Jones. Awesome. I interviewed her. She interviewed, Pete Santilli interviewed me. Guess what? I'm going to get her back on the show. Get her or one of them. I'm going to try to get Pete Santilli on the show for about a half hour. Get his take on a lot of stuff. Because I want to know. I'm like everybody else. I want to know. That's all. Yesterday I mentioned this. Massive buildup of military vehicles at a Washington Walmart. As martial law train convoy with gun and ammo make its way through Portland, Oregon. That's on American Liberty Radio Network on Facebook. Folks, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to make this very clear to most of you, and to the ones that call me a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, bye. Have a nice day. I'm going to make this very clear to most of you. You know what goes on. You see it. You understand it. It's there. It's right there in front of your face, and you're sitting there looking at it, and you're wondering, is it real? Well, you know that it is. You know that it is. You know that at every minute of every single day, something is happening. You know it. You know that there is no way around ignoring any of this. And yet you still ask questions. Go to Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook and ask him that very same, ask him that question. How can we ignore this? Or should we? Or have we ignored it too long? Ask him those three questions. You'll probably won't be surprised by his answer. I'm not here to divide or conquer anybody's mind because I can't change anybody's mind. I'm not here to twist the truth like the mainstream media does. I'm here to share with you the truth one fact at a time without all the BS. Now, if you're good with that, you're in the right place. But if you're going to sit there and throw stuff at your computer screen and call me a conspiracy theorist and I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm one of those right-wing conspiracy wingnuts and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Bye. Have a nice day. And to those folks, I say this. As you're walking away, why don't you pack a bag, what you can carry, and go to your FEMA camp near you, wipe your feet off on the welcome mat, knock on the door, and just say, I'm here. I want to be protected by the people bringing down America. Why don't you tell them that? Why don't you knock on the door and tell them that? Oh, and by the way, they'll just open the door and welcome you right in. I cannot even begin to tell you, step by step, item by item, what I've learned in the past 38 years of my life. I can't. Because I can tell you this much. I can tell you this much. Everything is happening the way that I have foreseen it. Sound familiar? I'll explain that to you on another program. But I can tell you this. The easiest way to see what is coming down the line and what's going to happen is to go back, read history, as Nick Tucker talks about. Learn about your history. Brian Lang talks about that too over at LiveTruthRadio.com. Robert Bruce talks about that on WakingUpTheMasses.com. If you are so inclined to look at history and examine each and every single part of it, even the stuff that you find so unbelievable, you're going to see that there is a main purpose for all of this. Rome was the first that I remember reading about in history that created what we know today as false flag events. In modern history, in the 20th century, Hitler burned down the Reichstag because, well, he wanted to. There was no question about that. Because he was told to. And he got Polish and other prisoners dressed up, and this is on record, you can go look this up, dressed up like the enemy soldiers, and did it. Yeah, he was told to. Of course he was. Because we, the United States government and the intelligence department of the United States and of Britain and of a couple of other smaller countries, set Hitler up in position. They did it with Khrushchev. They did it with other people as well. In the late 1960s, early 1970s, the British and U.S. intelligence operatives found this little arrogant little SOB, and they set him up in a little country. Yeah, we know him as Saddam Hussein. We went to Libya many, many years ago in the 80s and tried to negotiate with the person there that we had set up. We know him as Muammar Gaddafi. By the way, Muammar Gaddafi was a graduate of political science in a university in Phoenix, Arizona. That's on record. Some people say, no, there's no record. Well, no, it's not. There's not going to be any record at the university because the government came along and took it all. Okay? When I say that I'm done I'm done with people who don't want to look at the truth and the facts, don't want to look at and zero in on the reasons why this is happening the way that it is. I am done with people who only want to cater to what we know as the status quo. I'm done. So why don't you pack your bags, exit your homes, grab your family, and go to these family, what do they call those? Family residential facilities. There's one in Georgia. There's one here in the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. But they disguise them. Yeah, more on that later. So remember this, folks. You are responsible for you and your family. And to do anything other than standing up for liberty and freedom in this nation is a travesty. And you are cheating your family out of a better future. Oh, that's true in any other country as well. Because I know that there are spineless, no-balls men in other countries that just absolutely will not stand up for anything to protect their family, even at the risk of their own life. I know that. I know that there are rebels and anarchists and all that in England, and I understand their points of view, but the methods they use to go about making change is totally and absolutely asinine and destructive and dangerous. So there's the comparison. Either stand up right where you're at, make the change, and do it peacefully, or follow the anarchist into hell, because that's, they're doing it all the wrong way. Now, I don't have anything against the anarchists because their principles are right. Their methods of implementing those principles are a little out there. Anarchy doesn't mean not have a government. Anarchy means not having a corrupt government. Think about that one for a minute, folks. Take into consideration where you're at, who you are, how you want to live your life, and how you want others to see you, if that matters. And then ask yourself, is my government helping me create a better life for me and my family? If they're not, then we don't need that government. At least that's my perspective. It's the end of the show, folks. Got any questions, comments, concerns? Please email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Go check out those folks I mentioned. Brian Lang over at LiveTruthRadio.com. He's got some computer problems now, so you may not hear the show. But go check out also Waking Up the Masses with your host, Robert Bruce, over at WakingUpTheMasses.com and TruthFrequencyRadio.com. Check that out as well. And hey, go chit-chat with a friend of mine who seems to be down with, being sick today, and that would be Mr. Tom Slick over at Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Go check him out at RadioRockTheBlitz.blogspot.com. Check that out as well. Anyway, lots going on, folks. And, email me, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Go to the website, AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Check things out there. If you want to support this network, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Contact me and we'll figure something out. So in the meantime, folks, enjoy your day, enjoy your week, and remember this: liberty is the road and freedom is the goal.